Coach, I got to ask you, first question. The last few days, I can't imagine what a whirlwind that you and your family have been through.
And it's been a little crazy. Not a lot of sleep, a lot of praying, a lot of conversation, and just waiting for the phone to ring, different texts. It's been a whirlwind, all to right here at this spot.
There's obviously the moment at the press conference today where you stand up in front of the fans and the media locally, but there had to have been maybe a moment just where you get in the car or maybe you're by yourself and you realize, I'm a Division I head football coach. What was that moment like?
I don't know if that moment's really hit me yet. To be honest with you, this has been so crazy. It's getting bags together and kids dressed and on the plane and immediately getting here, meeting the team. I don't know that it's really hit. Heard a couple guys recognize me as the head football coach at Arkansas State, and I just didn't expect it. So it's coming. Maybe when I sit down long enough and I take a deep breath, it'll hit me. But it's just been so fast, and that's just the way this profession works. It never slows down.
This gets you a little bit closer to home. You talked about being from Hubbard, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The strangest fact maybe of all today, and one of the neatest facts, you were born in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
What are the chances of that? I've brought teams in here as coordinators and coaches at other places. I've played here, and there was always conversation about it. But for this to be such a significant place on such a significant day, and that be part of it, is just a strange way and funny and ironic way for things to start.
I know it's an interesting life for a coach, and one of the first things you said was, I'm going to try not to get emotional. I know that supportive wife and that supportive family, and you talked about your kids. You said they never bat an eye. Whatever we've ever done, okay, let's go.
They've been amazing. Really, they've been amazing. And there's nobody really knows the life of a coach's family and a coach's wife unless you've done it. And it's even crazier at this level. It's so fast-paced. There's not a lot of conversation. You don't get to really plan your life. It plans you. A lot of times you're just along for the ride. And this is one of the few opportunities we really had a choice, and it was an easy choice for everybody. But it's still a lot of ask to your family, for your kids to go to school in 7 different states and pick them up right in the middle before their senior year. And so, I was really blessed and try to make sure they know how much I appreciate them. And the people here have been great in how they've treated them.
Well, and you mentioned the people here and the support already. You said the phrase, I'm not here to sprint through this town. I want to be part of the community. You know the recent history of coaches, and they've had great success, and they've had great opportunities maybe, and to take advantage of. Our fans, certainly I know, love to hear you say, I want to be a part of this place.
Well, you don't want to make a bunch of idle promises to people, but you want to be transparent and tell them the truth. And I'm just so glad to be here. The thought of moving on somewhere else doesn't even cross my mind. I mean, and these people deserve some consistency. It's just been crazy, and it's all been good. People have done a great job here. It's not like anybody crashed the place and it burned to the ground. It's better than it was. So, I want people to be secure and understand that I made a really heavy commitment to be here, and I'm going to work on this place. If somebody comes chasing me because we did our job, then obviously everybody is doing well. But I'm going to be focused on the task at hand, and we'll let people a lot more powerful and stronger than me and God above deal with what happens next.
You seem like a guy who's very resolved with your faith, and you spoke about that a whole lot, and you seem like a guy who almost felt led here. It seemed like hearing your comments today.
Well, I think my life is led by God, and He's going to put me right where He wants me to be. I made a commitment to get into coaching in the beginning to do it for one reason. I wanted it to be my mission field. I wanted to impact on young men's lives and other coaches. And my mission field gets to be something I love to do, which is coach ball. At the end of the day, I'm just a grass ball coach. And God can use that platform for me bigger than any other platform He could have put on. And I want to be faithful to that. I make it very clear to the players and the families and the people around me that's the way I want to live. That's what I want to be, and to hold me accountable to it if I don't act that way on a daily basis. I feel God led me right here. He wants me here for a reason, for however long that may be, maybe forever. Who knows? Hey, if I never got another job in my life, this was it. I would feel like I won the lottery. It's a great opportunity, and I feel God got me here.
Let's talk a little bit of football, because I know there'll be a lot of football fans who want to see this video. You said, I love to go fast on offense. I love to be violent On defense, I want my special teams to be violent as well. You're talking old school and new school. The new school fans like to hear fast, and the old school fans like to hear the V word, violence.
Violence is a pretty good, cool word. Yeah, it kind of, there's not many words quite like it. It just kind of means what it means. Football has changed obviously in the way it looks, but you still got to have the same fundamentals to win. And so we're going to use tempo and spread formations and all those things to keep people in the seats and make it fun for the players, and obviously to utilize grass and score points. I mean, there's a method to the madness, and it works. And a lot of people that are good at it, I mean, they're the ones you want to watch. So we want to be in that conversation. We want to be on the cutting edge of what offensive football is. But the violent word and playing special teams and being physical on defense, those have won championships for years. And we want to win championships here. We want to play in a BCS Bowl. We want to be in that conversation, and you have to be violent and physical and fast on the field to do those. And so that's the way we're going to try to build this football team.
You come to Arkansas State by way of North Carolina, Southern Miss, but you also, as you alluded to, you spent time in the Sun Belt at ULL and at Middle Tennessee. You know this league. You knew about Arkansas State, and you come to an Arkansas State program, champions, bowl, 3 straight year. As a guy who knows this league and knows this program, that's got to be an exciting proposition.
Yeah, it just makes the standard set really high. The league's probably changed some since I've been in it, but you kind of have the working pieces. You have a familiarity with what's going on here, kind of the way things work, the players that you're going to need to be successful. But yeah, 3 years in a row of winning the way they did this year. It was not easy. They had a rough start and they battled through it. All that's encouraging. If you got a group of guys that don't throw it in and just say we're done, and they'll fight like they did to do what they did and win 7 games and get a tie in the league and get to a bowl game. That says a lot about the character of what you got to work with. So the league is probably, there's different faces, but you got a good idea of what it takes to be successful. And I think these kids obviously have a taste of it, and they're hungry for it. So we know we got a really high bar set, but you want that. You want to encourage the fact that people expect a lot. And so we're going to work really hard to give them that.
This Arkansas State fan base, they've had great highs and lows, the highest of highs and lowest of lows as they've seen coaches move on. You accepted very high buyouts. That actually was, people cheered in the press conference when those numbers were given.
We'll see if they're cheering later.
3 million, 221, I believe, were the numbers. To me, that says when a coach says, I'll put my finances on the line to show you I'm committed to this before I've ever coached a day here. I know that's something that this fan base, that's something that obviously they reacted very positively.
Well, they deserve it. Buyouts are to protect the university. Contracts are to protect coaches. I feel they made a heavy commitment to me and my family, and I appreciate that. I felt like it was necessary for me to make a heavy commitment to them and the fan base and the recruits and all the people. I'm going to go sit in their houses and tell them I want you to come play for me. Well, they know it's not going to be easy for me to get out of town. Now that goes 2 ways. There's some people here that need to understand that, hey, I'm going to be here for a while, so we need their support. But yeah, I just felt it was necessary to let everybody know that I really want to be here, that I'm not just trying to get in here and get out. And the rest of it, it'll come as it comes. We'll just deal with it on a daily basis.
For those fans watching this video and they say, okay, this is a guy who wants to be at Arkansas State. He was born in Jonesboro, guy who's from Texas, great track record on offense, makes players better, makes offenses better. All that's out there in the record book. Just tell them a little bit. Blake Anderson, if you don't know you, a couple of words to describe you.
Energetic. I'm going to fly around and really down to earth. Don't take myself too seriously. A lot of this hasn't sunk in yet. Cameras being in my face and all that. I don't feel like I deserve that. I'm just a ball coach. I'm a gym rat that grew up around sports, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. I want people. I'm a family man. I love my family, and I'm gonna treat my kids and my players like family as well. If they know those things about me, then I feel like I'm doing pretty good.